Family is very important. I mean, the name of the company is called Vargas Productions. Without my wife, I wouldn't be as successful as I am right now, just because the foundation is basically family, and she has to take care of that back home. The plan is to invite her to a wedding, friend's wedding. I'm basically planning a surprise wedding for my wife. I hired this company called Pioneer Media. They're gonna come in and video me meeting with the vendors, meeting with everybody, showing her what I did with the planning stages. I'm actually gonna go to all different vendors and speak to them, but also videotape the experience. And she thinks that the video crew is taping because I was blessed enough to be involved in this program with Healy Brothers, where they give you a brand new Lincoln for a month, for 5 months. Because of that, now I could actually say, no, they're just filming because of the car. I narrowed it down to all my vendors, and they're all like all-stars, and I love their work.
And we're going to go visit my people from the photographer, you know, Chris Carter, you know, and then we just met with them today, and you know, we just signed the contract and all that. That's all being documented. She doesn't know. I'm picking everything without her knowing.
Oh, you're bananas, bro.
Yeah, I know.
You're such an old school Puerto Rican.
Starts at 5. And I'm
Beautiful.
talking about white people time, 5 o'clock. All right, don't
Yo,
get Spanish on me.
Shut up.
Don't get Spanish
Shut up.
on me.
I'll be there.
The reason I'm doing this surprise like this is because, you know, weddings are very expensive, and when you're on a budget, it's difficult, you know. Basically what happened was we got married 10 years ago, and the way it happened is I have a very big family, and my wife was stressing over about like, oh my gosh, this and that, and I was like, she was like, why can't we just get married at the Justice of the Peace? She got to a point where I could see it was stressing out, and I remember making a comment saying, listen, I don't care, I'll go marry you tomorrow, we'll go to Justice of the Peace, but you make that phone call, because I'm not going to steal that from you. She basically called my bluff. We have a meeting with Justice of the Peace, we'll get married on this day. It was like literally like that. I didn't really have time to call anybody, my parents, nobody. It was just like, we just went, then we phone call everybody, we're married. My father-in-law, he was 10 years ago, he was shot by a hunter accidentally, and he almost died. If we would have had a wedding then, we would have had to somewhat cancel, and all kinds of crazy stuff would have happened, right? My father-in-law never got to walk his baby girl down the aisle. And I knew 10 years from now it would be difficult, because now she's seeing all her friends get married, and now it's like, man, you know, I feel like I got robbed from a wedding wearing a dress. So I just started brainstorming, and I was like, what can I do to really surprise her and stuff like that? I was like, wait a second, surprise her with a wedding that she never had. So little does she know that I've been planning this since January. To almost go back in time and say, hey, listen, you know what? Let's hit the reset button and let's do this all over again. Even though you don't really get the time back, you get that moment back. So it's something that I wanted to attempt, because I wanted to show her that how much I care for her. I don't think words could put justice to it, right? It's something that, you know, like when you love somebody so much, there's nothing you wouldn't do, right? For her, I mean, for what she puts up with, I get to see all these wonderful things while she's doing the hard stuff back home. So she deserves this. Even though I'm planning, it's her day. You know, I just want her to be pampered. I want her to see how much she means to me. She's worth it. So love, by now, you already know what's going on. And I just wanted to do something special for you and give you the wedding that you never had. You have been the rock, the foundation, I love you. Happy 10 years of marriage. And one more question. Will you marry me again?